What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. One more day, and we kick off our weekend. March Madness is over and done, so I don't know what we're going to do in April. We've already told our April Fool's jokes. Now it's time to just go on and come up with our checklist of all these figures we're going to get. So many things have dropped. There's a bunch of stuff coming next week. A bunch of stuff hit this week. We're going to go over all of it. And of course, if you have not had time, if you forgot last week's assignment, I'm asking you your top 10 most wanted Marvel Legends that you want to see. Do not put them in the chat because I will not remember to star all of them. So at the appropriate time, I'll ask you, then you can share your wish list of top 10. And as I made sure to state last week, give me your top 9 single individual characters. You can use one of those slots for a team if you so want. And I'll give you a bonus cheat. You can either include a made to order figure or build a figure in your wave. So there you go. So it's really 11, but let's not go too far with that. So I'll get into that soon. But first, let's make sure to give a shout out to all the Lyles Figure Files VIP members. Almost into a second page. That's awesome. Jamelin Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty Two Lions, BK, James Green, David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, pause for deep breath, Tom Finn 2018, MOC Turtle, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, Retro Robo Toys. Those are the year one members who've been with me for a year. Appreciate you guys. Also, definitely not least, but last but not least, is Alan, bro, Vince, Cousin Eddie, formerly known as Jersey 88, DJ No Good, Pixelated Poses, Graham Tuttle, John Morrissey, Vintage Bob, Doom Customs, Kwame Taylor, Carlos Castillo, One Ugly AMFO, and Troy B. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. You have no idea. And let's go on to the super supporters. David Thanos, Blake Tarpley, Northern Nomad, Robert Hayes, John Morrissey, Lawson Wallace, Nathan William, Olu, and Retro Robo Toys. Thank you all so much. Now, catch up here. Got my chat all set and ready to go. Oh yeah, it's big and massive. And of course, everyone wants to know the main question. I should have come up with a graphic during this whole week. It's not like I wasn't prepared. Speaking of not prepared, I realized I forgot something else. One day I will have all this stuff together and ready. Anyway, where in the world is Jamelin Parks right now? So let's see. Jamelin is in New Mexico. This has been a fun, at least observing on the side. I haven't been stuck in any traffic with Jamelin. This is kind of cool getting the updates, where he's been. He went to Alabama and got some brisket. So that was pretty exciting, learning all the ins and outs of where he's going. Good stuff. Hopefully the ride stays smoother or gets smoother again, my friend. Thanks for hopping on. Always appreciate it. Maurice Phillips said first. Good times on all. Good times on to you as well, my friend. Blake Tarpley's here. Second. Hey, Blake, remember, if you're not first, you're last. What's up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? What's up, Blake? Also, I have news for you on the appropriate home for the Thor Marvel Legends Black Winter figure for the giveaway. Yeah, I'll send that to you today because I actually have it now. All right, Vin Doom, evening Figure Files crew, and to my man Jeffrey, what it is? What's up with you, Vin Doom? Lawson Wallace, how is the state of your action figure collecting, everyone? Glad to be here with the Lyles Figure Files crew. Glad to see you as well, Lawson. Howdy. Jeffrey, you the man. Thank you. Omega 579. Hey. What's happening? Cooling. How are you? Bright P. Reals. It's categorizing collections continuance. Bam. I was like, that's a lot of C's. Can I say it without stumbling? And I was able to. Yay, me. Right. Almost there. It just feels like last week he was in Maryland. He was rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. The cost of everything. Seriously. All about the villains. Yo, yo, yo. Yo. What's up with you? Kids, we grown. Absolutely. My knees and everything confirm that I'm no longer a kid. I'm a Toys R Us kid, but sheesh, not so much on the other stuff. Rick Cage, greetings, Earthlings. What up, Rick Cage? Oh, Lawson's new art book is at the printer. Nice. When it arrives, we'll have to have you on to showcase the art book, Lawson. So clear your schedule. Retro Robo! What's up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? What up, man? How you doing tonight? Excuse me. Gosh, I've been belching way too long today. Broby One Kenobi. How's it going, Mr. Lyles? I am doing fine. But hey, we're hanging on a Thursday night. You can call me Jeffrey. No need for formalities here. We're talking about figures. Brian P. Oh man, I did 10 and a 2-pack for my list. Fine. That'll work. That will work. Jeffrey's about to pass out. He needs oxygen. G Brew. What's up, fellas? How are you, G Brew? Royalty's here. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up with you? Uh-oh. Ah, you got it. Nice. Y'all are already doing it. I'm not reading them right now. Save your list for later. I will try to star and remember them, but no promises. What's up, Lefty? Hey, crew. How are you tonight? All right, let's see. So I have caught up to the chat. Good. Actually, I have not. I'm hearing it on the ones and the twos. It is indeed DJ Jedi. What's good, Lyles Figure Fowlers? What's up, man? How are you tonight? All right, let's get into all the stuff that's been dropping. So let's go first with this one where I had absolutely no idea, and I'm not sure who else did as well. This Black Series drop that just kind of came out the blue. It's Black Series Darth Nihilus and Darth Traya for Knights of the Old Republic 2. Hopefully Jace is watching because I'm sure he's going to be hyped and excited about this pack. And it was just a straight up, hey, would you like some new Black Series figures? So I don't have the deepest connection with these two characters. They do look cool. That $30 price point for each figure, though, I this is one of those weird things where it's like a 2-pack should not cost more than buying these figures separately. And I know Darth Nihilus is a popular character. Darth, Traya, definitely somebody I'm sure a lot of collectors have wanted. But I mean, these trails we've got going here, they look pretty cool. I'm trying to remember. Should the lightsabers be holding on to that? There are not a lot of photos here, but maybe I can get this to actually move so I can see all of them. So Darth Nihilus looks like he's got cloth elements or soft good elements for the first time with any of his figures. Normally, what we get is just this scrolling mouse. We just normally get this without this soft goods element there. So that's something different, but I really don't want them to get into the habit of thinking, oh, it's soft goods. We can charge $30 per figure here. Cause that's not the way to go with that. So these look pretty good, pretty cool. I am, of course, wondering, come July 1st, what time, what month we'll see them at RossCon, because I'm sure like a lot of you, we just saw the Slice and Dice show up at Ross for $20. I don't regret buying those figures, but it does continue this cycle of we're gonna wait till it gets on sale. And I've always been I'll buy it when it hits a sale kind of collector because it's just so much, and I have so many figures in a backlog to review that I don't need to rush to be the first one to get stuff. But it's also kind of weird where Pulse exclusives like Slice and Dice show up at Ross, because that I feel is not really what any of us want to see in this end, because it's just like, hey, we need these figures. I'm trying to scroll through to my text thread with my buddies to see if I can show you this Ross picture of Slice and Dice. They were, let's see, nope, not that one. Gozer from the Ghostbusters line is showing up at Ross though. So that's fun. So for everybody looking for those, and of course, as always, when I try this scroll job, it takes too long. And it's like, why don't you just save this stuff beforehand? That would be too much like right. Jeez. It was so many. Oh, there you go. Here at Ross. Can the picture get into focus? Let's see. No, it's just gonna not. There you go. That's it, Ross. Slice and dice. Not great, but they're 20 bucks. And so everybody who missed out on them earlier, you can get them for a great deal. It's wild. All right, let's see here. Brian P. Figure acquisition since last time. Marvel Legends Phantom Rider, sweet figure. Enchantress, she's sweet, but not that way. She's actually kind of mean. An Iron Man Model 72, Mark, right? Transformers Outback, a vintage collection, Kanan Jarrus, and the 11th brother. As always, what was your favorite of those pickups? You got some good ones. All About the Villains, Nihilus is always looking cool. What's up, Ryan Daly? How are you tonight? I think he does look cool too. All About the Villains. What did you hear about on Google News? I'm confused. All About the Villains. The single release is $30, then the 2-pack should be $50. Incentive for buying 2 at once. I mean, what are they? They're $27.99 for the most part. I know Amazon is creeping figures up to $30 anyway. So it's like let's, and I don't even know if they need to be 50 because that's a big chop. If it were like $3 or $5, I would be like, great, there's some incentive. They're not really doing anything. They're not giving us enough accessories to justify our price point or providing a little discount for buying 2 figures. I don't know. I mean, that logic used to be the case. They're cheaper to buy a 2-pack than one. Now, not so much. Michael Solis, I apologize. I keep forgetting to bring my watch out. I feel like there's one right off camera, but I'm going. No, it's just far away that I cannot grab it. But how are you tonight, my friend? It is indeed Figure Files time. Rick Cage, I did see the pickups you got. Let me go quickly to my email because I know you did send them to me. And I'll grab them. Yes. Perfect. And it looks like, oh, let me see. I got them. These look pretty cool. So, great. Now go to the page so I can throw these out or put them up so everybody else can see them. And walk me through what you got again, though. And bam. There we go. So, Anthopyles? How do you pronounce these? These are pretty cool. Definitely have that buzz off look to them. And it's funny because it's like that design just was so classic. Any B related character just has this look by default. And you got a nice little army builder setup. You got 3. How many more are you planning to get? And the Burning Souls Dark. No, it's just Dark Crown Toys. Who's this one? These are pretty cool. Thank you for showing me the pictures as always, my friend. I do appreciate it. Lawson, prices are out of control now. Me, of all people, am hesitant on pre-ordering things that I want. Me! You guys know I buy way too much, but I'm really feeling it with the new price hikes. Yeah, I don't think these price hikes are going to work out really well. I definitely feel like it's one of those cases where $25 was the price point. They should have settled in, made their own home, got cozy, kicked their shoes off, laid back on that price for 4 years, and then go up to $27.99. Because I feel like the immediacy of which they jumped from $19.99 to $27.99, as they say online, should be studied. But it was too fast, and I really feel like 27, and they're kind of going, maybe they'll buy for $29.99. I just feel like all it's doing is encouraging more collectors to wait till something shows up at Ross or Ollie's, where you get good stuff cheap if you can find it. But I don't know. They really need to figure this thing out because it's not working right now. King Collector, I got Nihilus already, but I do need her, and that's what they're counting on. Brian P. That Black Series 2-pack needs to be in Vintage Collection. They don't have both of those characters? That's interesting. King Collector. I did find that Mongol 2-pack today at GameStop. How does he look in person? He looks amazing. Jacob Stanko. I think it's just Jacob Stanko. What's up, Jacob? What's up? I can't wait for the packaging of Marvel Legends Mephisto Throne coming soon. I think that will look pretty cool. I really want another Doctor Strange for like Marvel Legends Nightmare and another Marvel Legends of Thor villain, Mangog. I wonder why we haven't gotten them yet. All about the villains. Was that the Mando 4-pack? Oh no. I'm lost now. Dog Avenger, I am saving yours. DJ Jedi, recent acquisitions, Classified, Big Lob, Engineer Joe Trooper, Transformers Outback, and finally completed my McFarlane Batman of African Descent collection with the addition of Batwing 2.0. So I'm trying to think. But that'd be just 3 characters, right? So we have our Batman, who needed a different name. I don't know why they were just like, this is Batman. You're like, okay, it's not though. Batwing 1.0 and then Batwing 2.0. Very cool. Eric T, there's never anything good at the Ross stores around me. Yeah, typically mine are very well picked over. I went to one, maybe it was earlier this week, or it was over the weekend, which probably was not a good time to get it. This I did go on Monday. They didn't have much of anything. It was a Tuesday because the line was long. I remember now. And they had some AEW figures for, was it $4.99? But the line was a little bit too long to sit in the Ross line to get AEW figures. If they had like any other line or some stuff, then I was like, oh, cool. I can't believe I found it. I would have sat in line for it, but it was like, whatever. Michael Solis, I wanted slice and dice for regular price and couldn't find it. Now I'm happy I get it at Ross for clearance. Clarence, I know his parents, they have a great marriage. Yeah, hopefully you'll find them because that of course is the thing. Gotta assume, well, actually probably not, because it's not like people can buy these at clearance at Ross, get some store credit at Walmart or Target and make out like a bandit with it. They may just try to upsell you. So what was the original price? $55.99 on Pulse. Maybe they'll try to get away with selling it for 40, which is still a decent deal. Not, of course, buying those 2 really great figures for $20. King Collector. Ross has this really cool figure. I want to call Dr. Cortex. This guy is one of the best looking classic old school villains. Oh, what line is it from? Oh, I think I read that the way you intended. Excuse me. Lawson. Jeffrey got the new Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. He looks great, but a few things about the head sculpt bug me. His mandible juts out too square. I X-Acto knife mine down, rounding out the corners. That water went the wrong way that time. Then painted the eye sockets black, completely leaving the red dot eyes. Have you posted pictures of this fix up? Ghost Rider is now much improved for these minor tweaks. I'm looking forward to seeing it now. Ben Doom. Oh man, I love that Knights of the Old Republic game. May have to get those. So as a Sony loyalist, basically since the PlayStation 1 came out, I haven't played these games. I'm waiting for them to finally port them over. I feel like it's been a ridiculous amount of time since most of these exclusives finally trickle on down to another system. I'm still waiting. So hopefully I can take part in all this fun like so many of y'all as well. Brian, I like my Marvel Legends Phantom Rider, even without the horse, but I have no idea where to put him. Yeah. Yeah, he's one that I just kind of have sitting outside. He's on the floor. Like he's not even sitting on some random Marvel Legends shelf. And I don't know where I'm putting him or the Ultimates Iron Man and Captain America. Maybe I'll put them down here where it's just like the Rick Cage's multiverse shelf of Marvel Legends. I don't know where they go. But yeah, Phantom Rider is pretty cool. I think I might just end up putting him with the near the side where I have my West Coast Avengers, since he was kind of hanging out with them for a second. Oh, absolutely. Please send me that photo with your fixes, because that was a work of art that you did, my friend. Ah, you did. Awesome. Third image is the best. All right. Let's see. You do this and this. So you all remember we got that very fast drop of McFarlane's latest wave of figures, which was Freddie Freeman, Lobo, Supergirl, Captain Marvel Jr. Who else was in that deal? Anyway. Oh, and Vigilante. Right. So Lawson, our good friend and artist extraordinaire, decided I've got to fix this shenanigans with this Supergirl because he saw what I did not see. A Supergirl that actually had a really great head sculpt. She just needed a little touch up. And Lawson did a phenomenal job of showing how great the sculpt is, which makes me think another Supergirl I'm going to show you in a second probably has that same deal. And she just has a lousy paint job that's hiding this amazing sculpt. Anyway, let me show you Lawson's fix on Supergirl. So that is the first appearance Supergirl. There were red bands on her belt, red loops, but check out this head sculpt. I mean, the fix is so much better. She's got these massive, just ridiculous brows. Let me show you what that looks like in a second, just so you all can appreciate the work that was put into fixing this figure because she just looked off. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, this is a really, really nice figure. And it's just like the head sculpt just caked on so much. So let's see here. There you go. You can see it right here. So you can fully appreciate it. So the brows are just like, what's going on in both of these sculpts? And then Lawson was like, oh, actually, all you need to do is just tone it down a little bit. And there you go. It's so much better. And y'all are welcome. Here is the more focused angry sculpt, but I mean, it's such a night and day difference when you just soften up that brow and just do a little bit of really subtle work. This is really great. And this is one figure the platinum is awesome. That's the one I wanted because she's got that old school Supergirl look. Let me see if I can just grab that so you can see. Yes. So this is when I was introduced to Supergirl minus this short hairstyle. She rocked this red over her shoulders. And I really need to find a figure with a longer head sculpt and a headband so I can get my classic crisis era Supergirl. And she can join my Lightning Lad and Cosmic Boy for my legion of superheroes that has no members. But I'm really looking forward to that. And Lawson, you did an outstanding job on that fix, my friend. Just excellent work because I had no idea that figure looked that good. Speaking of figures that look shaky, excuse me, and need dramatic touch, that Black Canary, whew, I'm seeing a lot more head sculpts, and I try not to join the ranks of people who just like, oh, it's a McFarlane thing. Let me just talk trash about it. I think that head sculpt probably just needs a little paint touch up because just the default look isn't great. And I really think it's one of those situations where the paint is just too thick once again. So let me show you another figure, another Supergirl that we just saw. Where'd she go? Today. And this one is another that I really think once there's a better paint job, I mean, you got to touch it up and fix it, you'll see a much better sculpt. So here it is. It is the sold out, pre-sold out, which always makes sense to me. Melissa Benoist, Supergirl. So you can hopefully see. I know the paint is making it hard. And while I appreciate them doing these face plate swaps, I don't know if it's worked as well as they thought. At least for characters that just have a bare face. I think it's working better if you have a mask or something, but it's making the cheeks, the jaws too wide to appropriately fit, especially on the female characters. Guy Gardner could rock that, but it's not quite working as well with her. Anyway, until I saw this close-up version, I can see the likeness now, but it's one where it's hidden behind a pretty lousy face paint. And I think with a lot of touching up, brush the eyes, probably Lawson's trick with the eyebrows, it'll look a lot better. I just think there is a little clunky over on overall on the face, fixing the lipstick, the eyeshadow, and the eyebrows will really make this figure look nicer. And if you're so inclined, I think if you fixed up the wash on the hair, I think this would be a really good CW Supergirl. Now, like I said, she's pre-sold out. So here's another look. So I think this one shows a lot better. She actually does look like the actress, or this figure actually looks like the actress. This profile looks like her. And this head sculpt compared to the card. I mean, I don't know if this is really what she fully looked like most of the time anyway, but this just needs a little fixing on that face, on the paintwork. I think if you were able to do that, if you're that talented, or if you know Lawson Wallace, you can have a really good Supergirl. All right, so let me see here. Right. I'm excited for the Kickstarter launch of Tide Realms Corsairs on May 1st. I need some cool pirate action figures. Arr, matey. Cool. Tide Realm Corsairs. Let's take a look. There. Great. I love it when it's easy. So, speaking easy. Oh, cool. These do look cool, Ryan. Let's go on to them here so everyone can see. Captain Carabas. Oh, it's Carabdus. That's really cool. This is really awesome detail. The barnacles and looks like a little moss going on there too. And we got Captain Alistair Morningstar. I don't know why I'm doing this pirate voice, but that's really nicely done too. And Captain Algol Death Mold. Nice. Man, okay. So hit me up here. What's the details? What's the damage? These look really nice. All right, let's see here. Let's roll. Oh, so we got more coming already out. Oh, for storytelling purposes only. Or if we sell enough, which I feel like maybe they will actually get some more of them out to us. Really nice. What's the deal with articulation? Not bad. Good amount of accessories. I think this one's my favorite though. Captain Carabdus. The detail in the sculpt is fantastic. All right, so what's the deal? Where are the details? Oh, here we go. Ball joint net, shoulder ball swivel, bicep swivel, elbow single joint hinge. I wonder if it's going to be like the Black Series where even though it's a single joint, you still get plenty of range and it's not a big issue. Ab crunch hinge, waist swivel, wrist ball swivel hips, thigh cut swivel, knee single joint, okay, and ankle rocker swivel. Okay. I appreciate this breakdown of how the parts fit in there. So, man, they're making us wait for it. Okay, let's see. What are we talking about for the price point? All right, so let's see. Support. How much are these figures? Yeah. Oh, the pre-launch is my first. Let's go over here. And 5-minute launch. Yeah. Maybe I should have done all of this work beforehand. Oh, we got some Tyborg crew builders, Parish crew builder, and a pirate crew builder. That's fun. Oh, wow. Very cool. More stuff. So, wow. Okay. Hopefully Ryan will let me know about this on May 1st. A couple more weeks from now. But this sound like pretty fun figures. Let's see. Rick Cage. I ordered 3 4 Horsemen Cosmic Legions Anthropeles, Buzz Off Homage figures, and 5K Toys, Burning Souls, Cage Kura, Ninja Demons. That's cool. Vendoom, the only thing I picked up was a Blowkeys Infinity War Iron Man. Nice. How are they in terms of putting those figures together? Kid Collector, I finally got that Jessica Cruz GameStop again. Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like if they had given us like a regular bodysuit female figure, they wouldn't have to keep going between do we do the Wonder Woman mold? Do we do the Catwoman mold? It's like just do a blank one. They'd make things so much easier. Dog Avenger. I finally got my Mezco Doc Savage and Frazetta Conan. What do you think of those? Lawson, New McFarlane Supergirl with some repaints her overly thick eyebrows is a much nicer figure than she looked to be online. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was night and day. when you show me those photos. Both are amazing, right up with my Shadow Mezco. Nice. All about the villains. In the Ross photo you showed, looked like Mando Vintage Collection on top. There. Oh, thank you. Yes, I think that is true. Actually, I could probably tell you. No, because it scrolled back down to the bottom. If only I thought to take a photo of that. Lefty, these price hikes are getting out of hand, and the frequency at which I'm finding figure swaps in stores is making it harder to pick things up in person. Found a big lob swap in Target just a few minutes ago. What do they swap them out with? A Giannis figure, which would probably make the most sense. Yeah, it's so weird seeing the poor. My thing is, some swappers put a whole lot of work, like so much work that it's like, good grief. This one I can show you because this was earlier this week. In this swap, I'm wondering if any of you all will notice if I show, because it's like a bunch of figures, but I'm curious how fast you'll pick up on it because I had to look for a second. I was like, wait a second. That's not right. Of course. And I've tried to scroll. So there we go. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's see if you can see the focus version. No, because my camera is not trying to pick it up. That is the Diamond Dallas Page Ultimate Edition figure, Gunther. Ultimate Edition, Dominic Mysterio, Street Fighter Cena, Batista, and Bianca Belair. But if you look closer, this is not the Ultimate Edition version of Dominic Mysterio. They put an elite figure in there from his early Jailbird days. And that's a lot of work. And it's just like, why are you going through all this hassle? Just buy the figure. If you can't afford it, wait. It's not gonna be sold out. I promise. Rick Cage, Sir Jeff. Those 4H packs are expensive troop builders. So I'm done. 3 is good. $45 and they're sold out most places. It's all good. Nice. Hollow Net 1. Same here. Every Ross I've been to, it's been complete waste of time. Ross, it's like a roulette wheel. Like if you go at the right time, and who the heck knows when that right time is? Because I've gone and been like, this was a waste of parking, walking into the store, to the back of the store. Oh, you're like, why did I spend this time? Others like, I can't believe they've got all this stuff here. So it really varies. I think some days, Fridays are great. Saturday mornings are also okay some weeks, but then others, it's like there's nothing there. Can't even call it. Vince, hey guys, Thursday morning through the afternoon is that sweet spot to hit Ross. Thank you, Vince. So hopefully that'll be the time that works for me too. All about the villains. I actually ended up waiting in the classified Scorpion 2-pack and ended up getting 5 of them on sale at Target for like 20 each. Normally I would have bought 2 at full price. Yeah, those were, I think anything that hits a Target, I'm kind of like, I'm going to wait you out because I feel like you're going to on sale one way or the other. They're going to have that big coupon. You spend, was it 100, you get 25 off. Excuse me, you spend 50, you get $10 off. And I'm okay with that. That's a Target created sale. It's not them going, these line of figures don't sell. We got to clearance them out and never order again. So I'm fine with that. But those was a great sale. Let me see. Are they back to their normal price? Because I feel like they have alternated and have been back to their full price, gone down cheaper again. It's a whole thing. Oh, maybe I should write G.I. Joe as opposed to GI Classified series. That would do it. All right, let's take a scroll through. All right, what are they working with here? 54 for them, 40. And it's like, good luck. We've already seen it drop down to 26. Oh, here we go. The Royal Guard from Cobra. La, 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 la. Of course, when they had sales, they were not in stock. Shocker. Beachhead's on sale for $1 cheaper. I'm still shocked the Crimson Twins are like, please take these figures. They're really, really good, honest. I mean, $24.99. If you say the price is $34.99, does not really constitute a sale. Let's see. And Python Patrol Serpentor. I apologize 1,000 times to any fans of Serpentor But him being in Python Patrol makes no sense. Because Python Patrol is basically there to help Cobra Commander overthrow Serpentor. If you missed out, it looks like they are actually in stock right now. The Marvel Legends Game Reverse Thanos and Psylocke. So if you missed it on any of those earlier occasions, you can get them again. And they have also not been on sale when they had the coupon or available on the website when they had that sale going. Maurice, recent pickup was a pair of classified Desert Scorpions. Entertainment Earth decided to surprise me by shipping first Joker and now Black Canary, even though they were supposedly due in May. Don't know why I'm surprised. Yeah. It is madness trying to keep up with these schedules. And with McFarlane stuff, I'm just like, there's no way y'all are saying this is coming July and it's actually going to be July. That was a lie. I mean, it's going to be like the next 2 weeks if you don't see them in stores beforehand. And speaking of seeing them beforehand in stores, oh, let's go to something I was privy to was coming and was very excited about it, but now can actually show the figure. Let's see if I can find it again. Oh, this is the one problem where you're trying to track down stuff. It is like it won't be found. I'm talking about McFarlane figures here, and let's see if I can just grab a oh boy. Okay. So great. So back in the days when the death of Superman storyline kicked off, the Justice League looked a lot different, and there was no real hope, thought of seeing all the characters done in that style from Mattel in their original run with the DC Multiverse line. Had zero thought we were going to see them from McFarlane Toys, but they've actually gotten us really close to completing this era of the team. They even gave us a Guy Gardner an outfit, which reminds me, I probably do need to try to track that down. So now that we've got most of the team completed, we still need Maxima, but we're another member down now with Bloodwind. I am so excited with this figure. This is such a cool welcome surprise. He's a platinum. I think he's the platinum of the Martian Manhunter, if he's just the random edition. I'm so excited to see this guy. I think he's got a great design. It's not too complex. And I think I really like the simplicity of his outfit. It looks so cool. And it's not one of these deals where, hey, is he a black guy? You can actually see his face. So that's cool. And yes, great storyline here. We don't have Ray yet, but yeah, that's pretty fun. And it looks like he's using the basic body. I think that's the Blue Beetle one, but it looks like he didn't have that ridiculous boot cuff or boot mark. He sculpted on the bracelets, the thigh bracelet with the gems. Actually look like they put a lot of work into this figure. He's got a soft goods cape. The head sculpt also looks good. I am like, wow, we got a Bloodwind figure. I think the only other time we've seen him in figure form was when they were doing that. I guess it was a 3.75-inch line of DC figures. And I really wanted Bloodwind. But I was like, I don't want to get that just for him. But I am so excited to get this guy into the line. So very excited. Got to track him down. But we finally have Bloodwind coming to the multiverse line. So more characters keep getting added on this bad boy. Michael Sola says Cortex Commander from Super 7. Picked them up, was a pretty good figure. Pretty good price at $11. I think Super 7 did it. G-Brew. Okay. Figured out my list most wanted. Let's go. The giant scorpion is amazing. It's such a fun inclusion. They did a great job with it. And like, I was just comparing how an actual scorpion looks to how they did it. I was like, they really worked it out. G-Brew, I bought books and toys for some friends and them Wolverine and Deadpool X23. Nice. King of Vector. Soulcia, $11. I've been trying to find that guy. I had no idea what series he was from, but he looks great. His classified scale, right? Oh, that's fun. King Elector. I saw her today at GameStop, but I just wasn't feeling her. Really? Hmm. She's one of the better looking ones that they've done. Lawson. The sculpt was good, just needed better focus paint. Jeffrey, you send me a Supergirl head? I'll sculpt the Supergirl headband for you. Thank you. I need the full on crisis look for her, though, Lawson. I need the. Let me see here. I'm so curious if this is just going to show the TV version. Of course they would. Why would they not show the comic book? I mean, it's not like the whole deal in the show was so massive that they needed. It's so funny. I don't know why I'm complaining about this, but it's just like, really? That's what we're going to consider like the biggest thing? Hmm. Where did this picture go? All right, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So trying to actually get to the picture so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about here. All right. Well, so yes, here it is. So here is the Supergirl look that I'm talking about from Crisis, my introduction to the character. So it doesn't mean that, this is the best one, but this is the one that saved Superman and killed the Anti-Monitor, at least on version 1. But I really love this look. I think it's so cool and a really fun costume. And I like the 80s style of the headband. So yeah, man, I need the whole deal with it. Supergirl's cheeks look swollen. She got bit by a kryptonite fly. Her heat vision looks significantly better. I think so too. The repaint on the eyes of that movie Supergirl needs repainted. Can make that one soar. I will believe a Supergirl figure can soar now. Michael Solis, McFarlane is one of the only companies that I need to see the figure in hand to pick up. And they have some photography. They've done some work that really makes the figures look good. But overall, the figures almost always look better in hand than they do in those promo photos they use, which is so weird. The shape of her eyes isn't right. Eyelashes aren't good on it. Yeah, it seems that way. Zombies and stuff. Hey, Jeff and the Figure Files crew. What's up, zombies and stuff? How are you tonight? Kwame? No, you did not. Probably the top of the hour. But yeah, we're getting into it. The movie Supergirl would probably be a good candidate to turn into Crisis era Supergirl with a headband sculpted on. I hope. Captain Krabatus with good wash and dry brushing could be really astounding on display. I'm a sucker for pirate characters. Hello, everyone. Is everyone doing 112 pirate figures now? I mean, there's still a few. There's still a whole lot more before we can say that everyone's doing them. This look pretty cool. Maurice, Death Mold and Crabdus are the only ones that interest me. Yes, those two. What's up, House of Lazim? How are you tonight? A pirate line without the ships are pretty pointless. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, a pirate ship is cool, but a pirate ship in that kind of scale would just be inconceivable. Venom. Oh shoot. Bang. Forgot. E Honda delivered from GameStop too. What's the word? What do you think? King Elector. I saw Honda at GameStop today. Man, my GameStop is really making a comeback. Don't call it one. I had to renew that membership too. Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the few outposts that we can still get different figures that, Target, Walmart might not even stock. So yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge fan of GameStop. And that reminds me, it's April 9th. I need to take advantage of my monthly membership, $5 reward, so I can take it down to a semi-reasonable price point. Check my email. Sweet. I will do that right now. Oh, see. Oh. Oh, thank you. Great. I'll do that. Oh, great. Here we go. Here's the big lob swap. this is too much work. Like, this swap is really too much work. It's like, what are you even doing? Goodness gracious. I mean, at this point, why are you going through the hassle and trouble? And you're going, what are you talking about here? Goodness, this is so goofy. So there it is. The Giannis. Good grief. Is that Giannis? I think that's the Giannis head sculpt. And it's just like y'all took basically everything. No, this must be a different Joe body overall. It's barely sitting on there. It's like he's got a crop top. Goodness, did you leave all the guns in there? The hand with the basketball? It's just why this is too much effort. Too much time spent on that deal. Let me see. Do I have the other one too? This is that one. And here, oops. Other night, Vipers. Actually, it's just some Crocmaster heads, likely leftovers since they've got multiple in alligators or crocodiles, and then a snake eyes head repainted. This is so much work. So much work. Y'all should be using your time to better things. Anyway, Easy Reader. What's up, gang? How you doing? Ollie's has been a wasteland for me. I haven't picked up anything at Ollie's in a while. I'm hoping they get some more stuff, some more trades, some more figures, because it's not worth the drive that it takes me to get to an Ollie's these days. Because I haven't gotten anything in months. Hollow Knight one, the only decent thing I found at Ollie's was a Mandalorian speeder bike, Black Chrysanthemum, female Tusken Raider. They made that too. Finally, Mox Silvestri X-Men Rogue. I think that might have been where I got mine. Reese, I'm holding out on that Special Ops Soldier and Cobra Law Guard. Hopefully, they'll drop in a few months' time. You're talking about Entertainment Earth? I think they had the figures already in there. Let me just check real quick. Unless that was just the coming soon section. No, I guess it was. Anyway, since I'm back on Entertainment Earth, let's do this. And they've already removed Supergirl from it, but they showed off two Supermen. One is really good from a not so great Superman movie, and the other is a not so good figure off of a a movie that I liked more than I'm supposed to, apparently. So here's a Brandon Ross Superman. I think they did a great job with the colors. I still got those goofy cuffs. It's just one of these things where I wish McFarlane would have trimmed up and fixed some of this stuff as opposed to just leaving it be. But they just kept with it. Soft goods cape. They've got the logo, excuse me, the logo just fine on both the chest and the belt. Great expression and nice texturing on the boots. This is a better figure than this movie deserves, but it really looks good. And yeah, I almost wish they would do the CW Crisis version where he's in the Kingdom Come look. That was pretty fun. But yeah, it's funny because I thought he was really good. He did his best as he could with the material he had to work with. So maybe this figure isn't too hard to get. I might grab him, even though I have zero affinity for this movie. Maybe I could just have like a bullet pose kind of like right before his eye. Here's the Henry Cavill Superman, and this is, I don't know, is it the hair sculpt that's off? It's not a great looking figure. I assume this is the middle of the Doomsday fight. A lot of texturing work. I mean, you cannot argue that they didn't put all the work and effort into this look. I don't think they ever got Henry Cavill's likeness down. He's one, it was just a real challenge for him, and they just struggled mightily for it. But there you go. Two Supermen. You can see the links over on the dashboard if you haven't gotten them. If you're interested in them, I would appreciate it. Oh, let's see. King Elector. My Ross has a ton of anime statues. That keeps me coming back. Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, JoJo, etc. I love that Band Presto stuff. Sweet. Jibru, anyone find the diamond Emma Frost at Target? I haven't. I'm gonna try to slice that cape off and replace it with a wired cloth one. Now, what are you gonna do with the rest of the figure? Because she's still kind of dicey in terms of movement. DJ Jedi. I'm gonna start this one for later. Ollie's might make a comeback. I would love that to be the case. Lawson, Blood One looks cool. Wincy and Martian Manhunter coming out for they're already in stores. Like people are finding them right now. And let me see here if I can find a like an actual shot where people, oh, here you go. This was so easy. Man, I love it. I love when that works out that simple and that easy. as it rarely does. But here's a shot from a random target. And this just hurt my feelings so much because I'm trying, I don't know how the perspectives are, but gosh, this Robin is it's man, I had such high hopes. It's like this was gonna be the Robin to fix all the Robins that I don't have on my shelf. But he's using a Nightfall Batman mold, which of course makes him just ridiculously out of scale. Robin is one where I don't think any of the Mattel figures I have were all that great. Outside of the Damon Wayne, I don't have another one because they weren't scaled great. Here's Miss Martian. She didn't have the best head sculpt, but it's fun that they included her. Martian Manhunter is using the exact same mold as the other one, which is a little bit disappointing because he was too small. And his head doesn't have that pronounced brow, but he does have those really bright colors. He's got soft goods capes, which is great. And there's Bloodwind, who, for some reason, just from the way he's positioned, I suppose, looks bigger than Martian Manhunter. But they are in stores at a local Target near you. Hopefully, maybe. Bloodwind, finally, absolutely, man. What's up, JMC? How you doing? I'm hoping we can get a hardware figure from McFarlane. I don't think we're going to see that. Hopefully, Mattel will understand that the milestone characters are worthy of figures too, because and not just icon and static, but go a little bit deeper. Go with Rocket, Hardware, the Blood Syndicate. Maybe you can change your name to make them work for retail space, but get those figures out there. They had such cool designs. Bloodwind, yes, exactly. Van Doom. NWO Hollywood. As a character, I was always disappointed with Bloodwind, mostly because DC didn't have the notion to actually make him a black man, but just the form the Martian Manhunter was trapped in. No, they made him a separate character. So he's actually around Philip Kennedy Johnson during his Superman run. Actually had Superman team up with Bloodwind. So he's a totally different character now. And because Bloodwind had really cool powers. So yeah, they're not even the same character anymore. That headband look his old school Luke Cage vibe. Got it from her. Thank you. I'm going to continue to butcher that pronunciation. So all of you, I apologize. What up, Patrick P? Ryan Daly, a buddy of mine finally shipped the Batgirl he got from me last year. Gosh, and she's the wrong way on the shelf. But if it's the McFarlane one, she's great, and I think you will really like her. Lawson, I wish GameStop's website and webmasters would make they're terrible. It's bad. Vin Doom, E Honda is a buy. Nice. Mama said, knock you out. Get down. They are making ships. Huh. How about that? DJ Jedi, always love the Crisis Era Supergirl costume. But my all-time favorite is the early 80s look right before that with a v-neck, baggy sleeve blouse with a small S and hot pants. That's a really good one too. It's just a little bit before I started reading or caring about DC comics. So I do like that outfit, but I just don't have any story connection to it. That big lob swap out is hilarious. It is so much work than necessary. Maurice, some of the more extreme swaps I've seen made me think they weren't done for money, but to show how far they could go. Right. It's like, yo, this is so much more work than just taking a figure out. Jamelin, the ships will be in sections. You can theoretically build a full scale ship, but it'd be like 12 feet long. That's really cool. That's something where I think if they would do that or try it with Marvel Legends with some of those sets of vehicles, like the Quinjet, which I still argue does not need to be not the Quinjet. I think the Quinjet could work. The Blackbird. I think the Blackbird just needs a little space where you can kind of fake it that they're in the ship, the jet, not have one that's just so massive and long that it takes up your entire shelf space when the X-Men aren't going to really use it because they never really did in the comic book. But that's interesting. And I wouldn't mind if Hot Toys did the same thing with a cockpit for the Millennium Falcon. Like they showed us so many years ago. I feel like that's probably a decade ago now. That would be fine because I know I'm not getting a Hot Toy scaled so I can fit all my Star Wars characters. Millennium Falcon. I don't even know where that would go. That would take up this whole wall space. Maybe I could have it like this sitting on the back of the Imperial Star Destroyer, where it's just waiting to get docked with the rest of the garbage. But yeah, this seems like a really cool idea. I'm even more intrigued now. Maurice, hello. How are you tonight? Hollering at one. GameStop has Honda. Blast it. I already spent my monthly $5 discount on a Captain Marvel and Power Princess. That is the tricky thing. It's like if you use it like early in the month, it's like, oh man, am I gonna miss out on something else? And then of course it's who knows. What's up, bro shot? How are you tonight? And I'm gonna smack you hard for saying Lyle figure files. Hard. Like butchering our last name. King Collector. This swap out stuff is getting out of control. We need to find that first person who releases nonsense into the collecting world. Good luck with that one. NWO Hollywood. That Robin has been taking supplements. Yeah, it's just like, why? Associate Brandon Ross with Scott Pilgrim. He's Todd Ingram, the third of Ramona's evil exes. Chris Evans. I love Scott Pilgrim. That was a really fun movie. Henry G. Hey, Jeff. What's up, man? What's up, Figure Files crew? Hope you all are having a dynamite week. It's been pretty explosive. McFarlane strikes again with the blatant disregard for proper scaling. Infuriating. Yeah, man. There's some where there you go. Who would be perfect if you just scaled them differently? Actually, I should say her and her because they use the same mold. And of course, my favorite Nightwing. Gosh, that figure is I think is one of the most infuriating figures in my collection because he is otherwise perfect. And if it was take a little shrink ray, he would be great. But man, making him like looking eye to eye, maybe a little taller than Batman because his head's bigger. What a disappointment. All about the villains. Miss Martian looks good. Hello, Megan. Not hello, nurse. They gotta know Robin is not Batman. So I wish. Henry G, grateful character selection, questionable execution. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's when they work, when they hit, they're really good. When they don't, it's like you have done this to yourself. And sometimes it's the scaling, sometimes it's the part reuse. I really think early on, if they had just done blank bodies and didn't worry about some of the sculpting and just painted some of the details, it would be better than using parts that don't make sense and just going, maybe you guys can't see the cuffs on the boots or the gloves. That's always a problem for me. I mean, grateful worked fine for me because I'm really happy with some of the characters they decided to go with. It's just why did you do it this way? King Collector, I'm so glad to see that Miss Martian figure. We also need a good yeah, like Studio Shesher. I think that's how you say her name. And that classic cyborg, man. I'm gonna have to go back and get the old cyborg because time is ticking. I mean, we're almost at the halfway point, and I know we can still release a whole bunch of figures. And Noah McFarlane, he probably will. At least for the rumored list of figures that are supposed to come out. I think we've exhausted most of those, so it's time to see some new stuff, people. I forget that the Supergirl Crisis outfit had a headband that was visible all the way around her head, giving her that curled puddle hair on top. Yeah, man, I love that look. Yes, and that is I think her association with that costume being in Justice League International is the only reason I have an affinity for it. And I know a lot of people hate it, but I love it because that's the look she was wearing during that run. Don't upset Lyle. He cray cray. He couldn't do. Yeah, man. I just like, "Wah." What's up, Olu? How you doing, man? There you go. You know about that one. Lawson, you know, we're talking Earth 2 Robin. I wouldn't mind Robin being Batman size. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right there. And he is a little bit taller. And Yes. Now something that is kind of an underrated issue with their scale, the head size is not consistent from figure to figure. And in cases like that Earth 2 Robin and Batman, and that Robin, I mean, the Batman is the Silver Age one, but really he fits in just fine with the Justice Society and the Earth 2 characters. So it was like, let me just throw him on there. But the Robin and the Batman heads are different sizes. Yeah, people have different size heads, but the Robin head is like massive, and he's using the same body as that Batman. It just it looks weird. But yeah, man, the scale is definitely an issue. That scale is like always a problem for me because it's like you can fix this. This one doesn't have to be a problem. Everything else is like, all right, whatever. Excuse me. That is my number one gripe though. Henry G. I will be getting these, just gonna have to squint and look sideways. Right. Give him the side eye. Right. Howlnet one. I'm waiting to see how Mattel will revamp the DC line with Motu Masterverse style articulation. I know a lot of people who hate on McFarlane are really looking forward to it. I hope their hopes and dreams aren't crushed and disappointing for them because, geez, with one punch. Oh, I gotta love comic. Man, it's a multiverse, Rick Cage. Everything is fair game. That's what you telling me. Here, G, yeah, that's the main problem. It's not just the heights, but the proportions as well don't scale. Yeah. And it's that is sneakily a real issue with those figures because it's like even if they were the same height, it would be okay. But then the heads kind of distort some of that as well. Like the Dr. Fate is a really good figure, but he looks smaller next to, say, Jay Garrick and Alan Scott Green Lantern. Speaking of Mattel, anyone pre-ordered Chronicles King Grayskull? Well, I mean, it's like you almost queued me right up for it because I was like, it's about time to move on before we get to the main part of our discussion tonight. Creations Mattel right now, right this very moment, you can order the Chronicles King Grayskull figure. This one looks pretty cool. I know I really did like the other one from Revelations, where it's like, oh, yo, this is cool. A little diversity, even King Grayskull. If you do, really good deal here. You buy one, get one 50% off. So that is a crazy deal. This figure looks great. I know some people are complaining, but I know it's weird that action figure collectors complain about stuff, but they did. I didn't like his head sculpt, but I think it's fine. I really like this outfit. The whole design with the axe and the sword. That was really cool. And the soft goods cape, which they've been rocking for a while with these figures. No surprise. But I think this is a really nice figure. And let me see if we can zoom in on that bio a little bit more. Yes. He-Man's ancestor once ruled eternity with wisdom and compassion as he protected the planet from the snake men and the evil horde. And check out that pose. Like the fact that you can do this with a master's figure could be groundbreaking for them. And looks like you can hit some really cool poses. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Chronicles articulation in action. I'm not sure if I want to get this figure, even though he does look really cool. Here's a look at how he stands next to Despera. And I think this is just the regular new Etheria version. So that gives you a pretty decent idea. Actually, I probably will get this figure. He looks cool. Yeah. But anyway, I'm very curious to see what else is there. Oh, between now and April 30th. Yo, this is a great time to get this figure because he's up for pre-order. Then he gets something else. Ships on or before May 8th. Sweet. So I think this is a really good one. Henry G, you gonna grab it? Hollywood. Oh, he's practically Mythic Legions adjacent with that look. Yeah, I think so too. King Grayskull has a mighty axe mounted on a broom handle. See, exactly. I'm with you now. Chronicles are underscale compared to Masterverse, though. I mean, if you want them to interact with each other, but I kind of feel like the Chronicles is a whole different thing. I mean, there's Mattel has not been shy about making multiple lines of Motu figures and kind of having them on their own separate deal, so you can just put them on their own shelf. But I think this enhanced articulation is going to make a lot of us grow into these Chronicle figures. And as Michael Sola said, the Scare Glow looks great. It was amazing. The body was even better. Sweet. I really got to get that guy. Because I saw him and he looks really, really, really fun. King Collector. I remember King Grayskull being bigger than the other characters, right? It's like a giant, right? What are you remembering him from? Because I mean, they change continuities all the time. And if Hollywood, I pray just to make it today. That's why you pray. Pray. Mattel does the right thing by DC and collectors and uses the proper scale for their DC figures. I skipped out on McFarlane altogether. Nice. Oh, I translated. Yeah, I pre-ordered. He does it cool. Did you take advantage of that sale too? Lawson, I don't collect modern Motu figures, but King Grayskull and Scareglow. I see that's why I was like Scareglow. Just let your scare glow. Would be ones I'd get if I did. Jalen, he looks decent, but I prefer the dark skin King Grayskull. Not just because he's a black dude, but also think that he looks like a different person. Yeah, that is the deal. Because it's like, is he just He-Man throughout the years? And I'm with you on that. I thought it was really neat to have like a whole different ancestor of He-Man and not just look like, oh, he's He-Man with a ponytail. I do think the figure looks cool. Brad P. Does any current line of Motu scale well with the old Motu classics? Let me see here. So I finally, because as always, I'm super behind on my reviews. I did Mechanic, and here you go. This is up to you. What do you think? That is, you tell me which one you think is a classics, and I'll tell you which one is the most recent one. So I'm sure you're waiting, anticipating. This one here is the newest one. That's the new Eternia one. This is the Motu Classics one. So they fit in fairly well. Not all of them scale as neatly as these two. Let me see here. I have my Hordak. I can show you what he looks like because I don't think I have done. Yeah. So here is Hordak. Now there's a real difference between the Motu Classics and the new Etheria version. So it just depends on the character. I'm kind of torn with these two because I like some of the detailing on the old school Motu Classics. I think his staff looks a lot cooler, but I just like how formidable the new Ethereal one looks. And I like the work they did on his boots. I don't know why, but I kind of dig it. Anyway, so it just depends on the character with those. I do need a King Grayskull for that collection. I've been waiting for one bigger than my He-Man Classics figure. Hey, G, the Scare Glow is awesome. Man, I want to collect another Motu line, but another DC line. You folks that want Hasbro lose Marvel are nuts, dude. I'm yeah, because if you get into DC for long enough, you probably collected at least five different iterations of them. Motu, one company's been doing it basically. I mean, you can go and get Mondo figures, but yeah, they're like, you know what? If we make a different scale, they'll buy them again, and we do. But I like the fact that those figures kind of stand out on their own. So if you do indulge into a new scale with them, they're gonna come through and do like 30 or 40 of them. So you're not feeling burned, like, man, why'd I get into this new line? They only made 10 figures. They actually go into it. Definitely don't want to start a new Marvel line. Me neither. Lawson, I just need all my Motu figures to look like they're halfway sitting at all times. King Collector, yeah, it makes my Motu classics with a Revelation and Masterverse figures. It works. Sweet. Now, let me see real fast if there's anything else I want to talk about before we get into our main topic of the night. Let's see. Oh, yes, this guy here. Curious how many of you all pre-ordered, made that move to get the Marvel Legends Punisher Hulkbuster armor figure. I don't know if that $70 price point is swaying you. I think for what you're getting, it's not a horrible value. I just don't know how necessary and essential this look was. And certainly, could we not have gotten the Warriors 3 potentially instead of a Punisher Hulkbuster armor. And I know we've got a Punisher special coming, but maybe we could have just gotten a basic Punisher figure instead. I don't know. So there you go. There is that guy. And I do think they put a lot of good work into it. There's some battle damage to the armor. The skull looks great. And it's a nice looking figure. I'm also curious to see how much it's going to be when it shows up at Ross in November. Aaron needs an easy pass. Yes, yeah, it's I got a ticket for how fast I pass on a Punisher Hulkbuster. Yeah, it's not an awesome I think it's one of those deals where they try to make modern figures based off of the modern looks, but those looks don't sustain. They don't stick around long enough where it's, "Oh, man, so many of the fans, the collectors want this look." It's like those that do are kind of a small little, portion of the fan base where there's some bigger, more important looks for characters over the decades that are sustainable, that were involved in really key, important, major storylines that you kind of want replicated in figure form. I have been working on my revised list. I will go over that soon. Be on the lookout for that video, probably this weekend. I'm waiting for Ross. It's Michael Solis. Holland at one. I passed on Punisher Hulkbuster. Maurice, that Punisher mech is one that I'll wait to get. I like it, but not at that price. Yeah. 49 at Ross is my guess. Blake, I feel like he'd be even cheaper. And it's gonna be one of those prices where like everyone who bought it for the full price is gonna be like, dude, I can't believe we all sold it that cheap. No FOMO Buster Punisher. That was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those where I can appreciate the work they put into it, just not for me. All right, let's get into it now. So, uh, Dan over on the marketing team, Marvel Legends, posted this a couple days ago, I think. Fan stream in April. And like, oh boy, Deadpool. So I'm not thrilled about that simply because they've still got characters, probably another wave of Deadpool and Wolverine characters to make in their figure form. And I really enjoyed that period of time where they were like, maybe the MCU stuff isn't hitting as hard as it used to. Why don't we just do a lot of focus on the comic book characters? And I get it. They're fans of the MCU looks and they deserve to get, their characters, their wish list items covered as well. But I would really appreciate them continuing to focus on completing teams and also just, addressing some of those major holes in the collection. So, of course, I asked you all because we knew. I mean, I looked around. I went back on the Hasbro Pulse's Instagram. I went on to their Twitter. I went on to Dan's. I don't see where we get the live stream on Tuesday. I don't see that anymore. But I do know, courtesy of Entertainment Earth, we've got some stuff coming, and they are going to be arriving on next Wednesday. So I assume we'll have a full live stream because this is the one that makes most sense. Anyway, Tuesday, April 14th, some Marvel figures, and I say Marvel because it clearly says Hasbro. But then the next day, April 15th, typically where we get the big, here are all the pre-orders from the stuff you just saw the day before, another wave of Hasbro action figures. And of course, McFarlane's like, hey, we heard y'all are going to put out some figures. We're going to have a new release as well. McFarlane continues on. So they're kind of bookmarked back-to-back days next week on those figure fronts. And then we got more stuff from Hasbro on the 21st and more on the 24th. I think that covers the month for them. Oh, and there's something on the 30th. We'll see what that is. But yeah. So it seems like a pretty fair bet, even though I could not find the tweet about it. What are your top 10 Marvel Legends that you want to see now? Because we got a really surprising amount of teams completed last year. They've done good work. We got the Inhumans, the main core. Of course, we still need Maximus, but they got them knocked out last year. Excalibur, X-Force, completed, finished. And I know there's like the second group of team members. I'm talking about that initial, hey, issue 1, this team is now complete. What are some of your top 10 That's some. What are your top 10? I'm going to release my latest top 50, and I've got a different gimmick with it this time. So hopefully, y'all will find that entertaining. But it's your turn now. What did you want? So, Lawson, what do you got, my friend? Number one, 1960s Kirby style Hulk. Yes, I still have my Marvel Legends Series 9 Toy Biz version hanging with my Avengers, and it doesn't look so much out of place, but it would be really cool to get one with better articulation, even though that one was pretty solid. The Kirby likeness is great. I don't know if they can beat it, but yeah. Yellow Jacket, for sure. Number three, Jack of Hearts. Number four, Stingray. Number five, UFOs. Hulk Villains team, of course. Number six, Trapster. Seven, Doc Samson. Eight, Wizard. Number nine, Hatuma. Number 10, is it Hatuma? 10, Classic Thor with comic accurate Mjolnir. Yeah, I kind of wish that. I really wish that Maximum series was classic look, even though I understand why they did the modern one. But that just means the wait's going to be even longer. Look, okay, I'll wait for it at Ross. Only problem, I don't have a Ross. Hey, man, something like that. Of course, you can reach out, put out the Henry G signal. We'll get you if we can find it too. Michael Solis, I'm slowly falling out of love with Hasbro Marvel Legends unless something is must have. I've been passing. That's a good way to go. All right. Brian P. Real says Ahab, Atuma, comic. Yeah. We can't count the movie version for Atuma. Beast, X Factor, which one? Carrion, Moonstone, classic. Psylocke, armored Outback outfit. Shard, Swarm, Trapster, Wizard, both classic. Hepzibah and Raza 2-pack. Solid use of the 2-pack there. I forgot there was some earlier. Let me make sure I throw them in now. Blade Star. My wish list is the same as always. Comic Swordsman and Mantis, Starjammers, Hepzibah and Raza, Warrior 3, Wrecking Crew. Can't argue with that, my friend. Very solid. I will take all of them happily. Then Doom, need one. A new thing. 2, Mr. Fantastic. 3, Loki. 4, Yellow Jacket. What version of Mr. Fantastic would you like to see? Doc Avenger. Number 1, Jack of Hearts. 2, Mimic. 3, Gravitron. 4, Moses Magnum. 5, Mad Thinker and Awesome Android. 6, Wizard. 7, Trapster. Yo. Dan and the Marvel Legends crew. It really feels like the Wizard and Trapster are locked, at least here in the chat. So maybe we could bump them up on the priority list. That would be swell. Number 8, Baron Mordo. Yeah. Number 9, Nightmare. 10, Swordsman. Team Pack. 1, Imperial Guard. And 2, UFOs. And let me see. Team Pack. Oh, Team Pack of the Imperial Guard and 2 UFOs? Really? Maybe I'm reading that wrong still. All right. So your first 2-pack or your first team pack would be the Imperial Guard and 2 of those. And then your second one will be the UFOs. Cool. Down for those. DJ Jedi, hear me out, Hasbro. How about a Marvel Legends powered and depowered 2-pack wave? Simonson, X Factor, Iceman Bobby. I love that. Also, Beast, and Hank, Outback Colossus, Peter. I think it was Jibru who did mention that he can't power down in the Outback form because he's still hurt. Sunspot, Roberto, Goliath, and Bill Foster. I like that idea. That would be fun and a good use of a 2-pack setup. And I'm definitely on board with that Colossus one if we get him in his classic look and have him in his depowered Peter look, because they could basically use a lot of the same parts and just really need new thighs. And they've got a torso, and they could use that Thor Hercules torso for Colossus powered down. That'd be fine. And I mean, basically, they could just use a Thor mold and get most of the parts they need for Colossus in his powered down form. And Roberto would be awesome. And I am absolutely on board with getting an X Factor Bobby Drake. That'd be fun. Because we cannot get, I mean, we got to get him. Let's see, where was I? There. Russia Robo. Number 1, Yellow Jacket. 2, Wasp, New Black and Gold. 3, Goliath. 4, Jack of Hearts. Number 5, Machine Man Deluxe. 6, Bug, Micronauts. I was curious if you're going to say Guardians look. Number 7, Bullseye, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Number 8, Marina. 9, Box. 10, Sasquatch. John Byrne. And Team X-Men First Class. Excuse me. Good use of the team there. We definitely need them. Maurice, New Mutants, Original X Factor. And when you say Original X Factor, what are you saying exactly? Like Iceman, Beast, and Angel? Because we have, two-fifths of that squad. Or Calaman. What do you want with the original X Factor? Original X-Men, Power Pack. Then if you random characters, Power Pack seems like, why can't we get them done in figure form? Blake Tarpley, number 1, classic Beta Ray Bill. Yes. Build a figure. Probably a really good choice there. Number 2, Sif. 3, Yellow Jacket. 4, classic Doc Samson. Number 5, Team Wrecking Crew. I'm on Team Wrecking Crew as well. Number 6, Atuma. So seems like Wizard, Trapster, Atuma, Yellow Jacket are very popular choices. That's 4 to 5. Yeah, Wizard, Trapster, Yellow Jacket, and I feel like I just forgot one. Those 3, but there's another one. Oh, and Atuma. Yeah, so it's 4. 7, classic Bucky, made to order Mole Man. Interesting. Number 9, made to order Goliath brown version. Number 10, X Factor Human Beast. Yes, please, for all of them. I'd also love a Perez Burn Arab Blue Beast, Nomad, and Bucky. Yes. See, Jeff, I can't keep it to 10. Not even in a dream. He is cheating. It was all a dream. Michael Solis. I just want a Loki that could work with Odin and Thor. So, Michael Solis, I know a lot of people say Loki, the ones that we have are bad. What look for Loki would you want to see in figure form? Because I don't hate that one that we most recently got, but I know a lot of people don't love it. Aaron Easton, classic Bucky, the Russian. Tony, how do you say, Madam TA? I'm coming for your USA title. Maximum classic Abomination, Yellow Jacket, Beast, X-Men 97, Elektra, red outfit. Okay. Misty Knight, Doc Samson, Mole Man, Warriors 3, Deluxe Armor made to order. Oh, Deluxe Armor made to order. Gotcha. I'm cheating to win, Eddie. There's a rumor we're going to get a Chavo Guerrero, maybe with even Pepe, and hopefully a cheat to win shirt coming up next week with our WrestleMania reveals. And then Hollywood says, okay, it's settled. I'm definitely pre-ordering King Grayskull. I'll kit him up with my Mythic Legion's weapons to give him better looking gear, but he will work on my Mythic Legion Dungeons and Dragons shelf. As long as it's not on the Ghost and Goblin shelf. Lost says, Blake, you mean Beta Ray with his look before it became Beta Ray Thor, right? All right, Maurice says, original X Factors in Scott, Gene, Bobby, Hank, and Warren. We got Scott and Gene, and the Secret Wars Iceman can fill in for his X Factor version. Yeah. I'd be all in on that. Henry G says, Yellow Jacket, he is a immensely popular choice here. I think he's now gotten to the top of the charts. Jack of Hearts, another fast riser. Doc Samson. Doc Samson is heavily rumored to be part of this Hulk wave. So I feel like he's going to be one you all might even see revealed on Tuesday. Warriors 3-pack, updated Valkyrie, please. Hepzibah, updated Thunderbird, yes. Swordsman, Flanelix. Wow. Maybe I can say that name right if I don't look at it right now. Comic Cassandra Nova and Flalinx. Nope. Still no. I like your choices, though. Those are really solid. And I hope we see Doc Samson. It'd be great if they would show us Yellow Jacket, because I feel like he has been a consistent one for a lot of years now. Like on that same Rachel Summers, Farrell, Wolfsbane trajectory where it's like, get this one. He basically completes a team, and we're still waiting. We got Falcon, classic look coming. Yellow Jacket is probably the most glaring Avengers, missing character at this point. And just glaring because he was around for so long in that look. So hopefully we'll see him soon. Jeeber, I want the following. New Mutants Danny, Rain, Karma, Chameleon, Magma, Pilot Matty Pryor, 80s Punker Rogue. Please, that'd be a cool look. Outback Colossus and Psylocke, Frash and Kate and Clint. Beta Ray after he got Stormbreaker. The classic Thor type costume is done by Walt Simonson. Yes, so I can retire my Toy Biz version. King Collector. I still want the original X-Men team. I need Spider Friends version and Chameleon, Video Man, and Iceman. General Ross, Wizard. General Ross, yes, please. Wizard, another vote for him. Classic Mastermind, and Mecha Hulk and Gremlin, and those heroes from Asgard. Honorable mention, classic Beta Ray Bill. Classic Valkyrie would be awesome. Yes. Phalanx. Thank you. It was just like the tongue was so far twisted. It was never gonna work. Yellow Jacket, my number one choice. Retrorova, I feel like not even tallying these, Yellow Jacket's probably the easy number one. I'm gonna just make one. Race Comic Cassandra Nova is basically a head sculpt away from the MC version. That's what I thought too. I wonder if they would do a good job with doing a Frank Quietly version of her. This is why we're friends. Did we just become best friends? Brian P. Power of X-Men has a YouTube video of 2027 rumored X-Men or Marvel Legends, Exodus, Wolverine, Hepzibah, Mesmero, Cyclops, and Jean 2-pack. Really? That's weird. Cyclops, Phoenix Force, and Jubilee, possibly Gen X. We need a smaller version of her. Ben Doom, number 6. Machine Man, number 7. Stiltman. They do have Stiltman. 8. Bullseye. 9. Elektra. And 10. The Leader. So you have some choices. Do you want to see Machine Man, Stiltman, Bullseye, Elektra, and Leader redone? Stiltman seemed like, I don't know how they can make a better version of him. All right, Rick Cage. Moon Girl and Devil Dino. Number 2, Frenzy. Yes. 3, Shard. 4, Genesis. 5, Chimera. 6, Firebrand. 7, Human Torch and Toro. 8, Silverclaw. 9, Captain Universe. From the Hickman version. Number 10, Captain Isaiah Bradley, America. Number 10, Triathlon. Gotcha. Henry G with another honorable mention. New Mutants box set original team. Yeah. This is when it's a little bit frustrating when they don't take advantage of those windows to get stuff out. Like when they made a New Mutants movie, maybe the movie's going to be terrible, but maybe that's when you go, let's do a box set of New Mutants before everybody realizes this movie is awful. I think that was their time to get a box set of those characters. They could have just done 5. They could have done 6 because the bodies don't need to be significantly different. And I really feel like because they let that slide, we're going to have to get them piecemeal, like G-Brew mentioned. Doug and Cannonball are supposed to come out, and hopefully they're not using the same body because Sam is much taller than Doug. Michael Solis, maybe Simonson's run Loki, but honestly just doesn't matter. I just want a Loki with textures and not just paint. He is a big enough character that he should warrant that. I just don't know if they would put that kind of effort into a figure that's not a deluxe at this point. Lawson, everything I've seen listed tonight so far, excellent choices, Jeffrey. I want Legends to do them all. What are they waiting for? I wish. Eric T, honestly, will never happen. Well, don't get my hopes up. But it's so simple, but rapido. An old Punisher villain with a Gatling gun arm. I don't know this one. I have to check him out. Brian P. That Machine Man does need a redo with a better body. It's got the infamous Bucky cap mold, so of course it needs a better body. Retro Robo says, I definitely want a deluxe Machine Man with all sorts of attachment parts and maybe that wheelbase. Oh, man. Now I've got to check that out, too. Ben Doom. Yes, sir. I wasn't collecting when they came out. I got you. Lawson says the Machine Man Legends gave us is not the original 70s look. It's close, but it was a tweaked look from the late 80s that they did. The classic Kirby look was slightly different. So that's a case where it's like, does Machine Man have enough of a fan base where it's good enough? And I know Retro Robo is saying, hey, can we get a deluxe one? But I wonder, would we, if it came down to Yellow Jacket and Stingray, and of course this would never happen, but if it was a choice between getting an original character Wizard, Trapster, or getting a redone Machine Man? Would you rather them redo Machine Man in lieu of these other ones? Exodus is supposed to be coming, and a Wrecking Crew box set. Eric T. I'm so frustrated with the Wrecking Crew we have. Hopefully, we'll see that soon. Because, jeez, those guys look so bad now as they continue to revamp and do better Legend figures. Brian P. How about this for the Comic Con exclusive? Red Ghost and Super Apes 4-pack. That would have been great. Also, been really great if they released it at the time of the Fantastic Four movie. It's really weird. We're getting Deadpool and Wolverine stuff, and what was that movie out? 2023? Like there's windows. I know there's levels to it, but there's windows of which you can sell this stuff and make it work. Granted, I know they couldn't make all the figures from Deadpool and Wolverine, but if you consider that came out in 2023, it takes a year for them to design and get this stuff out there. We should have been seeing these figures last year and not just the first wave. I mean, just I don't know. It feels like the choices were kind of weird. And now who's thinking about Deadpool and Wolverine? It's all about Avengers Doomsday. So I feel like they've got to be better with this. So when they hear Fantastic Four movie is coming, no, for real this time, let's get to work on that Red Ghost and Super Apes 4-pack, or Wizard and Trapster 2-pack. Regardless of how the movie is, how it's received, this is your opportunity to get these figures out because, oh, people are buzzing about the Fantastic Four again. Let's get 2 members of the Frightful Four out. Let's get an equivalent of the Fantastic Four with a totally wacky perspective. Red Ghost and his four and his Super Apes. Why not do that then, as opposed to like chasing after the fact? I'm gonna go sit back off my soapbox now. Red Robo, I am the only fan Machine Man needs. Make it happen, Hasbro. G-Brew, when I met Chris Claremont, I met him too, and he was, I don't know if I read some like people having some bad interaction with him, but I thought he was really super nice. Oh, got my New Mutants Marvel #4 graphic novel sign. He made a point of dissing the movie. He was especially annoyed by what he saw as a whitewashing of Roberto. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that either. Rick H. Maximum Machine Man. All those in favor, say aye. And against? The ayes have it. Ryan Daly. We never got a classic Kree soldier in the days when they were releasing True Builder multi-packs like the Skrulls and Shield agents. This is true. It felt like they teased one and then we never got it. But yeah, I'm with you. We should get a Kree soldier. That way we can make even more of our Kree Skrull War. Lawson, I never go for a character redo over getting a classic character they haven't done, with the only exception being Yellow Jacket. He needs to be updated stat. So I was going through my collection and looking at figures that I'm like, all right, these teams need to be completed. We need this character and that one. There are some that absolutely needed updates. Valkyrie and Yellow Jacket are very high on that list, and I think they might be the top 2. But as time passes, as the articulation gets better on these figures, they make it a lot easier to go, well, actually, this character needs one, and this one does too. I think with my list, I tried really hard to put in a bunch of characters that needed updates. Maybe that's another top 10, maybe in time for Comic-Con. Probably a top 20 at this rate, because there's some, like Greg Gargoyle, you probably need a little touch up to get improved, but not just yet. Lawson. Jagger Hearts has many parts that can't be reused. So does Gabrielle the Airwalker. It's why we've never gotten any of them. I mean, we got Manwolf, so there's no reason they can't do these figures too. Aye. Jamlin, random question for all my Marvel aficionados. Whatever happened to the 90s team, the Slingers? Was that the Spider-Man group? Was that what they called them? All his different identities at that group? Wow. Jeez. I am surprised at my worthless knowledge that I have in my head. Like, that was right away what came to my mind. I don't know if I should be impressed or feeling like, why do you know this so quickly? So the Slingers, let's pull it up here. Oh, they have a trade on Amazon? Interesting. For the rest, oh man, this image didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Yeah. All right. 1998. They just barely made the cut for the 90s, huh? That's funny. Cool designs. I think they would be another really fun box set that they would use and could do. I kind of feel like this is where they mess up by not just hitting different corners of the universe. I know they've got to get 2 or 3 Iron Man characters or figures out a year, 6 Spider-Man figures, maybe a Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man, maybe a Black Panther in the mix as well. But I feel like there's so many Marvel characters that still need their first Marvel Legend figure that it's like, it seems like even more time is passing for some of them. They have cool designs. I don't know if I'm like, they've got to make them in Marvel Legends, but their designs were fun. King Electra, we need those Warriors 3 from Asgard. I can't believe that those guys never had figures. A 3-pack would have been perfect. You know what would have been perfect? Anywhere during the time they were in the 3 Thor movies, they could have released a comic book set of those figures. And I mean, it's like they were in 3 of these movies. How do we not get one of them? Maurice, we need re-releases, new versions of those army builders. Yeah. The Scrolls, the Hellfire Club, AIM. I mean, they were really good. Hydra. Let's get them all back out in rotation. Retro Robo. Machine Man had a cool modern comeback tying into Red Hulk, like a buddy cop movie, more importantly, a robot revolution involving Jocasta, Ultron, Vision, and others. What was that in? Hey, Reggie. Hey, Jeff. Not sure if you're still collecting the bigger scale Storm figures, but did you get Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenger, Seahawk? Not yet, but I absolutely do plan to. Hopefully, it's not sold out everywhere. But yeah, definitely gonna get. I'm gonna finish up what I've started, and just not get any new stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Cause I was like, dude, I can't believe he's talking so much to me. It was I loved that interaction with him. And he was I saw him at New York Comic Con and he was right next to Kevin McGuire. And I was like, this is amazing. Two of my favorite creators right here. And it was New York Comic Con. I think this was not too far into it might have been like right around the time that the Marvel Netflix shows were really popular or just getting started. Um, but yeah, I was like, why is no one here? This is comic book royalty. Jack Harrison number of paint apps he required would be a huge chunk of a figure's line budget. I wish I had Machine Man parts so I could just grab my Man Wolf. But I feel like he had a lot of paint apps too. I think they just have to figure out a good way to put that figure out. Maybe he's a deluxe that they make a Pulse exclusive. I don't think there's a reason why they couldn't make him. Oh, G Brew, I would love to see the Brew drones. They would be awesome. Who's the dude in purple from the Slingers? Was that one Prodigy? I think when they introduced them, they were all like alter egos that Spider-Man was using to throw people off. And then for kids adapted those identities and had similar powers. Basically, the team of Spider-Man sidekicks. Yes. Radioactive. Radioactive. Man probably needs a redesign. We absolutely need the Warriors. They're going to Balder the Brave. Balder was a huge part of Thor comics since the 70s. Yes, since the 60s. Retro Robo. Yeah. Dwight basically rolled his eyes at how expensive he thought it'd be to make Jack Harris when asked at a convention. It's wild. A deluxe Loki figure with sculpted scale mail would be great. Jibber, I honestly don't understand their version of doing Thor characters. Maximum Thor is coming. Why not do a Thor way to go with that? Seems counterintuitive. I mean, I would feel like it would be fine for them to wait until the next Thor movie, but they've already had 4 Thor movies, and we've not really dipped our toes into the world of Thor, which is so massive. And I know we've had Malekith, we've had Sif, Beta Ray Bill, we've had Hella, a. Odin had that really great deluxe figure. We have all. I mean, we've had some, but there's still so many more. I guess you want to throw in Angela, Loki, Enchantress times two, Executioner, and Lady Thor, Jane. So we've had some. We have what's his face? What is Odin's daddy's name? Anyway, they've done a decent amount of them. It's really the Warriors 3 are noticeably absent. Balder, Lorelei, those are characters where it's like, yeah, let's get them in there. Yeah, they've done more than I want to give them credit for, but it still feels like there's so much on that universe they need to cover. Lawson, I mean, we haven't even gotten a carrion figure. He's just a thin guy with yellow skin and hobgoblin's face with a ratty looking hood. Maybe he'd be an easy add on to the classic retro Spidey line. Yeah, I mean, that line seems like it's not going anywhere. So maybe a really good option for that. Michael Solis, I need a new young Spider Man figure. Yeah, I feel like that's missing too. Retro Robo, I'm going to give Machine Man the accessories for my Inspector Gadget figure. Dun, 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 dun. That would hold me. That should hold me for a minute or two. Imagine Dragons around and Sir Jeff. DJ Combo. DJ Jedi's in the building, man. I'm feeling inspired. Boar, you are correct, I believe. Retro Robo, yeah, man. Apparently that is the key to never getting a figure made. King Elector. Jalen S. Slinger's question made me remember that old female Captain America figure I had back in the day. Her name was American Dream. And there was a female Wolverine called Wild Thing. You make everything. King Elector. I'd love to get an American Dream, a Wild Thing, and a new Marvel Legends wave. Yeah, it's so many, and I feel like there's some characters who have really great designs that people would like, even if they don't know anything about the character. I do sort of feel like there are some long standing in the queue characters who need a much better figure or their first figure before we start going into some of these variants and like, hey, here's Pirate Captain America. Just my thought. Lawson, they could do a Defender's Wave, give us a classic Valkyrie and Hellcat, Baron Mordo, a better Nighthawk, yes, maybe Lunatic, and a Zenmu Build-A-Figure. We have a Zenmu Build-A-Figure. Jagger Hearts can be the made to order just for the paint apps. Yeah. And maybe they could throw in some deluxe accessory parts too. Some new energy blast. That'd be fun. But then, of course, there's gonna be people. I'm not paying $45 for Jack of Hearts. It's ridiculous. I mean, I remember when Manwolf was 41, 42. Is that what those Magic the Gathering figures were? Now you can find them way cheaper. Okay, it's $9.50. And for those of you who have stayed on, I've got some news. If you build it, they will buy. Not always. See the Punisher Hulkbuster. Retro Robo says, I'm here for it. And over the last few months, for our collecting community here over at Laos Figure Files, we have benefited tremendously from Retro Robo Toys being such a absolute amazing friend to us with some really great deals, giveaways, all kinds of awesome stuff. And sadly, Retro Robo Toys is going out of business. Hopefully you all got the message, the email, everything must go. And I think a lot of stuff has gone. But there are some stuff on the site that you could still get. And then coming soon, as he said, he's going to run through what he has, what he's already pre-ordered, what's already on the boat en route. And so you can still get Balrog, you can get E-Honda, Joker. You cannot pre-order these right now. So you'll go over to the site and notify me when available. So they will be arriving and you can get them then. But once it's gone, it's so gone. And I just wanted to make sure right here, this moment, to personally thank Retro Robo Toys for being one of the first sponsors of the show and being so good to the collector community. So, what I would love to have right now is just give a shout out to Retro Robo. And if you were a customer, if you bought anything from Retro Robo Toys over the year, or only the last 6 months, just post a comment in there for me so we can make sure that Retro knows how much we appreciate everything he's done for us and try to provide another outlet for figure collectors to get some more figures. And I'm going to catch up to the rest of the chat in the interim. Kind of collecting. Yeah, what up, Jeffrey? It's been a while. Yeah, I changed my name and everything. Feels good to catch it live. Glad to see you here. Lawson, Jeffrey, Punisher, Hulkbuster does not a Jack of Hearts equal. Let's get it. Arr, this spotty hotel Wi-Fi keeps putting me behind. Catch up, my man. Vintage Bob popping in late, lost track of time. Yo, Jeffrey. Hey, everyone. What up, VB? Lawson, I still need to hunt down Platinum Elongated Man. Blake Tarpley. Retro Robo, thank you for your generosity with the store discounts and giveaways. Yes, indeed. Henry G, yes, indeed. Thanks, Retro Robo Toys. And if you bought something, please just mention that in the comments too. Definitely appreciate that. Retro Robo is my spirit animal. I love you, Alex. You, sir, have been a godsend. Yeah, absolutely, Lawson. Sub King Collector. Right, Retro was fun while it lasted. Retro Robo, know that thanks go to all of you for supporting me. And special thanks of gratitude to my man Jeff. Absolutely, my friend. 3 cheers for Retro Robo. Hip hop hooray. Yay. Hip hop hooray. Hey, Lefty, you got something over there from Retro too, didn't you? Olu, salute to Retro. Too cool. Brian P. Man, I bought a bunch of Marvel Legends and Transformers during Retro Robo's crazy 25% off sales. Plus, the shipping was done by someone who actually cares, not like Amazon, Walmart, etc. Jamlin, I really enjoyed supporting Retro Robo Toys. The excellent packaging, speedy delivery, and friendly service were unmatched. I wish we could have bought more. I could have bought more. I wish we could keep it all going. The screen froze. Hopefully not now. Retro Robo, y'all are not going to get me crying. Get back in that eye tier. Absolutely. So, Maurice, agreed 100% Jalen Parks. Yes. Alrighty. And let's see. Yes, sir. Got an order Tuesday and another coming Friday from Retro Robo. Ben Doom. Retro Robo, thank you for the giveaways and the awesome customer service and just being a cool dude. Absolutely. Ben Doom, you bought a few things as well, right? Lawson says, Alex, your store was our store too. All of us got it, man. I can't say enough about how great your service and kindness was appreciated. Best packaging ever. Cool. Nice. So 9:54. Hey, Retro Robo. Why don't we do something wild, a little bit crazy? Why don't we get nuts with one final giveaway? Naughty by Nature, Blast from the Past, Jeff, Retro's the Jedi Master Packer, Hip Hop Hooray. Buying from Retro Robo's definitely buying from one of our own. Absolutely. That I think was what was so cool with it. It was the ability to support someone who was like, yo, he is right here. He is with us in the building and ready to do the thing. So let's see here. King Collector, right? Also, thanks for a tour of the facilities and warehouse, Alex. Yes. Lawson. One last thing I'll say about Retro Robo. I never felt much more secure ordering from any store online. It was a pleasure to buy from you, dude. All about the villains. Robo forever. Easy Reader. Retro Robo's great. I'm so sorry things didn't work out. I got my Gorgon from him. Wish I could have gotten more. Nice. That's cool. All right. Let's see here. So let's get nuts. Lefty, best in sales, service, packaging, and shipping. Phenomenal work. Absolutely. But like I said, it's time for one final giveaway. And Lefty, yeah, I think that sums it up. Phenomenal work. And what we're gonna do right now is have a couple giveaways or two. So what I'm gonna do right now, I have now copied everyone who's here in the chat who I know or we mentioned and Retro Robo can vouch for that bought stuff from Retro Robo Toys. And this one goes out to you and you and you. So here is what's up for your giveaway, you might be asking. Let's start with you mean there's more than one? Maybe, possibly, we'll see. This guy, let's go with him first. The Lobo Platinum figure. That is a pretty cool looking figure. I think it has some really cool colors. Seeing it in person, like most McFarlane stuff, really does mean a whole lot of difference. Back to Lobo. And the blues really pop in color. Shamelin will agree with me. It's a fun figure. It's got a dolphin, it's got the big hook, it's got a gun blaster, and it's got a big knife too. So what we're gonna do here is this is out for the Retro Robo Toys customers. So you bought something from them. Yeah, you're automatically in. And so as usual, we've got the wacky wheel of names. And what we're gonna do now is do a little spin. Let's get those likes up before we go, folks. Yes, I need a blue figure from my blue crew. Ooh, nice. Give villains 10 entries. Rag, that's fire. Yeah, I believe so. So let me do this one thing here. As I text Retro Robo right this moment in real live time, so you can see. Let's see. And I think that covers almost it. Jalen, yeah, I really had no interest in him, but after seeing him in person, he looks good. Those blues are striking. They really are. It's crazy how his stuff just looks better. Like you can see the pictures, but you don't really appreciate them until you go to GameStop, till you go to Target and see him in hand. It's like, not bad. Or even Walmart. Am I in? Where's my wife? and Metallics. Yeah, nice touch too. Pay some attention to that like button. All right, let's see here. All about. Okay, so thank you for responding, Retro Robo. But we're gonna see who's gonna win this bad boy right now. Phrasing. Whoever wins will be a legend. The dolphin, though, right? Let's see here. Maybe I should make this a separate window for myself. Never mind. It's already done. So Henry G. David Thanos, Maurice Phillips, Lawson Wallace, Jalen Parks, MOC Turtle. I don't think is here tonight. I don't think we've heard from MOC Turtle. And Blaze Harpley, Ryan Daly, Brian P, Lefty, Vin Doom, Easy Reader, Michael Stoltz, and All About the Villains. So let's see here. Let's do the thing. And since I don't see MOC Turtle, I'm going to take him out, make it fair for everybody who is here tonight. And let's spin this bad boy. Vin Doom, congratulations. You have won the Lobo figure. King Electors you ordered from Retro too? Okay. I'll pull you in there. So for this one, what we're going to do is close. If for some reason you happen to win more than one, then I'm going to take you out. But if not, then you're just going to stay in for all the giveaways. So that was one. Next up is one of his wave mates. It's this guy, Captain Marvel Jr. I don't care about lawsuits. Yeah, Freddy in his black and gold, and that looks pretty sweet. So let's go spin the wheel right now. Let's see who's winning this one. Oh, I should probably keep up with these. Austin Wallace. Congratulations. Oh no, it's Jalen Parks. Oops, and I spelled your name wrong. I am so sorry. Should fix that. Let me do that right now because that's embarrassing. Dude. All right, let's see. Jamelin. Ready. Van Doom with Lobo. All right. Awesome. Back to the chat, and no worries whatsoever. Vintage Bob, you have nothing to worry about on this one. Let me see here. I would give you McFarlane figures on a bet. You would be like, these are terrible figures. They're hideous. Why did anyone make them? Let's see here. And we did show him earlier, but why don't we go another round with this one? And let's pull this one up for the next giveaway. This guy. Balrog from the Street Fighter, live from Jada Toys. Missing by that much. Got mugged by a cat with poor Wi-Fi. And Doom says, Retro Robo, thank you, sir. Can you sign it? Oh, that was nice. Seriously, always glad to see any of you guys winning. Yes, sir. Ryan P. Man, if I win that ball, you're going to force me down the rabbit hole. That wheel is a teasing harlot. Oh, yeah. All right. So I am now throwing my name in the ring as well for Balrog. So, all right, let's do this thing. I think he's just now out. So there you go. Let's go. Let's spin this thing. Let's see who wins. Wow, Jalen, you win Balrog as well. Now, tell me quickly if you can. Do you want Balrog or do you want to keep staying in the competition? So, let me know quickly if your Wi-Fi is not stuck on you. Right. The Wi-Fi ban is stress again. Oh gosh, Maurice, I'm messing all around, man. Messing up everybody's name. I don't know why that happened that way. Okay, so let's see. And I did take it out. Thank you. Fix. Jamelin's hacker from New Mexico. The Brig Fast Club. What up? Traveling to South Korea. Nice. Hopefully you have a nice trip, my friend. Oh, the humanity. Can you keep Balrog and drop? Yeah, you can do that. So I'm going to put Captain Marvel Jr. back in for everybody. And Jamelin has control of the wheel. Jamelin is at Area 51. Right. All right. So I'm going to spin again for Captain Marvel Jr. in his black and gold outfit. Oops, you all can't see, so let me do another spin just to make it legitimate. Unless Ryan Daly, you do in fact want the Captain Marvel Jr. My chat is frozen. I had to jump on my phone. So Ryan Daly, if you're here, let me know. It did spin legitimately, but I want to know if you want it. If not, I will spin again. Close, spin again. Now that you all can see the actual spin as it spins. Oh, that is just ridiculous. I may have to agree with you all. It might be the fix is in. Javelin is winning, even when he's already won this item. All right. Easy reader. You have the Captain Marvel Jr. coming your way. Cool. And now we have one final item left. And that is a 2-pack that I think a lot of you all are looking forward to completing a team. Come on, rigged again. Rigged, no way. Third time is a charm. Where was all this stuff before, right? Oh, the humanity. Exactly. This is what happens, Jalen. You got on a hot streak and you're on the road. Maybe you just had to go. You had to go on a cross-country tour before you got that. Last item tonight for our final giveaway from Retro Robo Toys. This 2-pack from Astonishing X-Men, Kitty Pryde and Colossus. Let's see where the wheel will take us. Will Jamelin win for a 18th time? All right, let's roll. They're spinning. I think Lawson, you're in the clear with this one. You actually did win, Lawson. Congratulations. You won the okay. Sorry, there's one more 2-pack. So, Lawson, you have won that one, my friend. Congratulations. I'm getting off the bus at the next stop. So there's one more. I spoke too soon. There's one more. And I really, really, really hope to win this one. I'd be like, Jalen, I'm going to channel my inner Jalen for this one. This is one that is, yeah, is great. And oh, yes, it's two. So you can build your army right away. It might make you say la 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 la. So I'm sure you know what I'm talking about at this point. It is the Cobra Law Royal Guard, but not one, it's two. And now we're gonna see who is going to win these two Cobra Law Royal Guard figures. I'm very excited about this. Let's see where we go. Back to the wheel, and we're spinning. Come on, be King Collector. Congratulations, King Collector. You have won the 2 Cobra Law Royal Guards. Congratulations to you. All right. And I think I've got those all squared away now. Now that I've done that, as always, most of you have gotten stuff from Retro Robo, so he has your address. So I don't have to do much of anything. You don't have to hit me up or anything. You're all squared away. So once again, Retro Robo, thank you so much for being an awesome friend to our collecting community. Hopefully this won't be the last time you decide to take a wild and wacky venture. And if you do, we'll be here, of course, to support you. As I said before, Retro Robo Toys is shutting it down for now. Let me just keep saying for now until we'll see whatever happens down the road. But it does have things that will be on the site. And as they appear, so when it's not just a new arrival, when the coming soon is here, I will make sure to post in the dashboard. I'll mention it during the lives, but I'm not gonna go, hey, check out Retro Robo Toys. It'll just be when new items drop. So pay attention, keep an eye out on the dashboard because that's where I'll post it. And if it coincides with when it's still up on the site, you will make sure to get the heads up. So there you go. Please sign my Kitty and Colossus box. Nice. Vin Doom, Retro Robo's the man. I know you'll be a part of Jeff Lives every Thursday, so you aren't gone. Indeed. All right, so speaking of gone, I do need to go because it's time for dinner and got to get some more stuff knocked out, including taking the trash downstairs. So, gang, thank you so much as always. I will have my list of 50 Marvel Legend figures I want to see outdone over the weekend, so be on the lookout for that. Also have another one I'm going to be on the works on maybe by Monday. Don't forget Wednesday, Jace, maybe Chief Javon, and I will be back with another edition of Lyles Movie Files, setting up most likely our April movie watch along. So I know we've got The Thing in the queue as a nominee. I have to make sure it's on some streaming platform so we can all watch it. But I'll let y'all know. Thank you as always for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. Russia Robo, appreciate you, my friend. For now, this episode of Lyles Figure Files has been filed.